Propositions approved by voters this election will affect the taxes of some Arizonans. To learn about who will be impacted and by how much, we spoke with Tom Wheelwright, CEO of Wealthability. Tom, thank you so much for your time. Let's talk about propositions, things that were passed in this election, the economic impact to individuals, and we can go even further than that if you'd like. Prop 208, that's this impact on the income taxes of the wealthy to help support education. What is that impact?
Well, so basically what we did was we voted an 80% tax increase on anybody that has net income over $250,000. So obviously there's a 80% tax impact on those who make over $250,000, remembering that most small businesses, they pay income tax individually. So this actually impacts their income from their business. So it's not just wage earners this impacts the small businesses. And a lot of small businesses do make over $250,000 a year. So they are going to see a substantial impact on their taxes. Of course, the bigger concern is now Arizona is no longer the state to go to when you're leaving California, right? Because Nevada has zero tax. Utah, Colorado, and New Mexico, our surrounding states, all have less than a 5% tax rate. Now, all of a sudden, we have an 8% tax rate. So businesses that are considering, entrepreneurs that are considering in the past would have come to Arizona. Now they logically will consider other places to go.
Again, 8%, it was 4.5, it's a 3.5% increase. This is for businesses, small businesses that do this pass-through thing where, again, as you mentioned,
correct,
they pay the tax themselves. Can they go to a different program? Can they go corporate? Can they go to a business tax, which might be less?
They could, only the challenge with that is that the corporate tax, basically you're paying tax twice. So you pay tax at the corporate level, and then when you distribute the money to the employee, you pay tax again as a dividend. So it actually ends up being an even higher rate if you're a small business and you're taking all of your money out of your business.
And we should be clear, if it's under $250,000 business, small business, this does not apply.
That is correct. It's only for net income, taxable income over $250,000.
Okay, and couples over $500,000?
If you're married, then it's over $500,000.
Okay,
that's correct.
All right. That's Prop 208. Boy, that was really debated during election time. Prop 207. Talk about the tax implications here, because there's a heavy tax attached to this marijuana sale.
Well, right, and it's actually a bigger tax than you may think, because most businesses pay tax on their net income after all their expenses. Okay, marijuana sellers, because it's not legal federally. So even though it's legal in the state, it's not legal federally. Because of that, the way the tax law works is marijuana growers who, when they earn $100 of income, and if let's say it cost them $20 to produce the marijuana, so that's the actual cost of the marijuana itself, they're going to pay tax on $80, even though after all their expenses, they may only have a net income of $10, right? So they pay on their gross income, not their net income. So it's actually they seem to do okay in California and some of these other states that have passed marijuana laws, but it is a very heavy tax on the marijuana grower, which is fine. And that's actually presumably quite a bit of money that will go to the state.
And again, but as far as the sales are concerned, 16% similar to cigarettes and alcohol?
Yeah, that's my understanding. So yeah, you've got pretty heavy tax, and then the growers themselves, they have their own income tax.
Hey, Prop 449, which is the secondary property tax for public health safety. We just had Valleywise on the other day. Talk to us about what this does and how it impacts folks.
It's really a fairly small property tax increase is what it is. And it's just a continuation, right? This is not new. This is something that we've been doing. And this is, something that actually provides a benefit, a healthcare, for the healthcare community. And it's not a lot of money. I mean, you have to have a pretty big property, pretty high value property to pay any significant amount of tax from this.
Tom Wheelwright, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate your insight. Thank you, sir.
Anytime. Thanks, Ted.